Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is another What's Sold on eBay video. Brendan here, Dad Planet. Welcome. If you're new, good seeing you. If you're old, always a pleasure having you. This is another What's Sold on eBay video for the month of October. So we're going to cover the period of the 8th through the 14th. And let me tell you what goes up must come down. Last week's sales, awesome. Great start to the fourth quarter. This week, kind of a joke. Now, they've picked up since then, so it's okay. But yeah, this was a very, very slow week. I don't have any real reason for it other than it just was what it was. So luckily, we measure things on a monthly basis, 90-day basis. So we don't stress when a week gets a little bit slow. So, it just is what it is. My listing count, I would like to be at right around 1,600 active listings in subsequent months to be really comfortable. Right now I'm at just a little over 1,000, so it's a little bit low. So these kinds of weeks are to be expected. Not every week is going to be a home run. 2,200 in sales, almost 1,600 net, and yeah, I mean, well, whatever. What can I tell you? How is your week going, or how has your fourth quarter started these first couple of weeks in October? Let me know in the comments how your week is going, because we should slowly start to see a ramp up here with the fourth quarter. Remember, when you're selling used goods to an end user in the fourth quarter on eBay, you're not going to see a massive increase in sales. So it will trickle in, and hopefully you guys are all experiencing a slightly higher volume of sales as October progresses. But don't expect much, but let me know in the comments how you're doing. So let's get to the first one that I have here. This is an interesting one because it follows along in the line of like vacation style t-shirts or resort style shirts and graphic clothing items that sell well for me, and so I've been picking up more and more of them. This is another one, Gator Hole. In my brain, first of all, Gator Hole Golf Course, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong on this, I think it is long since closed. So in my brain, when I was purchasing this item, I'm thinking to myself, someone's got a really nice memory of this place, right? Something happened there, like, not to get sappy, but like maybe I met my significant other there or whatever. Like there was you had a time that you were on vacation that was really memorable. Someone's going to remember that, and for that reason, I picked this up because I feel like that's the end user that this is going to end up going to. That's just my thought process. I could be wrong. So vintage Gator Hole sweatshirt. There's nothing to it. North Myrtle Beach. And I bought it for $4.99 and sold it for full price, $50. I had it for maybe 2 or 3 months, but yeah, that seems to work for me. That thought process is what pushes me over the edge between making a decision on purchasing it or not purchasing it. So I picked this one up, and it sold, and I'm really, really pleased. Gear for Sports is the tag, size XL. Remember, a vintage XL is smaller than a 2020 XL. Keep that in mind. So full price, $50, $8.25 in shipping. So they're $58.24 all in before tax. And again, I paid $5. So yeah, when you see these obscure, and what will help you is the place still open or not? If it has closed, if it's no longer in business, to me that makes it more desirable of a purchase. So keep that in mind, because again, someone's going to have a memory there that reminds them of that time, happy days, happy times, and then they make the purchase. So that's where we're at with that. We'll move on to the next one. Christopher Radko. So Christopher Radko is known for creating really, really intricate and high dollar amount tempered glass ornaments. I think they're all manufactured in Europe, and they're very, most of them, the new ones especially, very high priced. They retire others that go up even higher in value. This one here, really mid-level. Now, when I was doing the comparables on this one, I don't think I had even seen any sales, but because I decorate my Christmas tree with almost exclusive, well, one Christmas tree, as we put like 5 up in the house, but I do one of them that's like almost exclusively Christopher Radko ornaments. My mother worked for years at Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus, and we just collect them throughout the years and the seasons. So my tree is like decked to Christopher Radko ornaments. But that's the reason I picked this guy up. I loved him. 1999 Chipper is his name. He was brand new without the box, still in the package. You can see the like signature gold little hook there, a very Christopher Radko style. And this was in a bag of like glass ornaments at a Goodwill that were all broken, but this one I was able to salvage. So I took it to the counter and they sold it to me for 99 cents. So I sold it for full price, 22.99, $3.99 in shipping. So the buyer is $26.98 all in before tax, and I don't believe there were any sales that I had seen in the past 90 days for this one. So I priced it aggressively. I believe I was the lowest, and yeah, it eventually sold. So I mean, I just love that guy. Didn't keep him though, because I'm a seller way before I'm a buyer. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. This business, in my opinion, is going to be completely out of business in the next 12 calendar months. We will see Chuck E. Cheese die for good, which is very sad because I have a lot of fond memories from there. So this game, Nintendo Wii from 2010, $19.99. It is definitely a Bolo. I think the value of this game is going to increase, and what I like about it is most people are going to miss this in the thrift stores. The thrift stores aren't going to catch it, and other resellers are going to pass this up as they look for the NCAA football, 2014s of the world. So keep your eye out for this one. I got 20 bucks for it, $3.99 in shipping, so they're $23.98 all in. This cost me $1.99 at a Goodwill. I believe the disc was, so the disc had scratches, but it was fine. It plays well. Don't let scratches discourage you either, unless they're deep. If there's a deep scratch, you're going to have a problems if you're not testing your games, which of course you always should be, to avoid problems down the road, both with refunds and negative feedback potentially. So keep that in mind. But yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is gone soon enough. So people are going to want to commemorate that. And the game is highly reviewed. It's a fun game. So we'll move on to the next one. All right, what do we have here? RCA. So this is a VHS little mini television player. The model is T13017WH. It has a swivel bottom. It's like a wood bottom that you can spin it and pivot it. Worked perfectly. I recorded a video of the item working. And the nice thing about the item is I got it for free. It didn't cost me anything. I went to a garage sale and the woman was certain that nobody was using VHS tapes anymore. So I got this for free. I got a VCR for free that I actually couldn't get to work, so I had to throw it out. And then a VCR DVD combo also for free that did end up working. So yeah, you can't beat free, right? So I got full price, $69.99, $46.41 in shipping. It's a crazy price, but the thing was like 30. It was like 30 pounds or so, so it was pretty heavy. So they're $116.40 all in before tax, and these little like TV VCR combo players, you guys should know by now, they're hot. They always sell. Even better if you have the remote. This did come with the remote, but I couldn't get it to work. It was too like the battery compartment was just completely rusted out, so I had to toss it. But yeah, can't beat that one. We'll move on to the next one. Now this should not be like an obscure Bolo anymore. Monster High dolls continue to become even harder to find than they were 12 months ago. So the prices are even higher now than they used to be. So this one here is Alyssa Bat, and I'm going to put the comps up on the screen. If you can get her with her original outfit, whether it's in or out of the box, you got $100 on you easily. So this one, obviously, with a Barbie shirt, does not have any of the original. It doesn't have the original earrings. She doesn't have her original outfit, her original boots. And I still got $44.99 for her because of how rare she is. Now, this one is like one of the frightfully tall dolls. They're like 17 inches tall. The smaller ones, I feel like they're in between 10 and 12 inches. So this one is a little bit bigger. But outside of not having her clothing and her accessories, she was in awesome condition. So I paid, and I will put this up on the screen if I still have the screenshot on my phone, $5 from Facebook Marketplace on a woman who said she was selling a vampire doll. She didn't know it was a Monster High doll, so I recognized it. And obviously people searching Monster High dolls, it's probably not going to come up in search because she didn't use that term. So I got it, for $5, and I was not the first one in line. The first person in line did not show up, so she reached out to me and I picked it up for $5. So yeah, $44.99 and then $8 in shipping, so $52.99 before tax. Alyssa Bat, the 17-inch one. This is definitely a Bolo, especially if you get her fully clothed, fully accessorized we'll move on to the next one. Now, this is a Bolo, not just because we're coming up on Halloween. It's a Bolo because it's a Bolo. Like, these things are now, for whatever reason, very, very hard to find. Moana was like a surprise hit, I think, from like a toy accessory standpoint. The movie did so well that I think they underproduced a lot of the toys. So I remember when I was selling on my Amazon days, the Moana stuff sold really, really well. Well, fast forward, it still does incredibly well. So this is Maui's fish hook, and I saw comp sales in the $30 range. And then I priced mine higher, which you guys know I always do, and that's what I got. I got 35 bucks for it. It worked perfect, and it is definitely a Bolo. And again, if once we get past Halloween, continue to pick these up because they will sell. So 35 bucks, $8.25 in shipping. It went to someone in Ohio, and they are $43.24 all in before tax. This monster cost me $2.99. I knew it when I saw it, and now you guys will too. Keep your eye out for the Moana accessories, paddles, the fish hook, especially some of the Maui figures that talk, like maybe those are Bolos as well, if I remember. But this fish hook for sure. So that was a great sale, and it sold in, I think, under 12 hours once I had it listed and once it hit the sale. So yeah, good one. Minka Air concept. So this is an LED remote operated fan. The color was white, and there were no sales, no comparable sale data to work with. There were 3 or 4 listed around like $200 and $250. So I was faced with a choice, and I tell viewers not to do this often. Like, don't be the one that creates the market. And I say that for a lot of newer sellers and a lot of novices. When you start doing this more and you become more comfortable with your like monthly spending and what, figuring out what your ASP is, and you kind of know how much you're going to be producing on a monthly basis, you can take risks, take some more risks. And that's what I did in this instance. So for 10 bucks, I thought, someone's going to make use of this somewhere at some point. So I priced it extremely aggressively at $110, which was about half of what everybody else had theirs listed at, thinking, let's see if I get any bites. Sure enough, it had 2 or 3 watchers, and it sold for full price, $110 and then $29.97 in shipping. So they're $139.96 all in before tax. And I, on one hand, you could say I got lucky. On the other hand, you could say this is probably where like the market is for an item that is brand new in the box under this brand. So I just set the market. Now, are the others going to sell for their price, $250, $200? It's quite possible. Not every random buyer goes and checks the solds to see where everything is selling at. So I was happy to get 110 on 10. So there goes that. And again, the lesson is, once you get a little bit better at it, get your feet wet in this game, you can take some of these risks. For 10 bucks, I didn't think I would have I wouldn't have any problem getting rid of it for 40 or 50, which would still be a great return. But looking at my listing relative to everybody else at 200 and 250 made this an absolute no-brainer. So there's that. We'll move on to the next one. This little guy here, Pumpkin from 2007, Bath & Body Works, Harry Slatkin. This is definitely a Bolo. I have 2 of these. And this one sold for $75, and I have my other one that's still in my store, listed for $75. First, it smells wonderful. Second, I would absolutely never pay $75 for a scent. But again, I've learned I'm not my target market. I would pay $5 for this, but I wouldn't pay $75 for it. There's plenty of people, however, in the world that will spend $75. They've got the money to do it, and they don't care. They just want that old smell that they missed that's been discontinued. So I'll show you a picture of the tag, the Perfect Autumn Pumpkin Scented Candle. I'm pretty sure this is Bath & Body Works. It doesn't say that, but I think that's what Slatkin & Company is. So Bath & Body Works, it is how large? I don't remember. 5 ounces. It's not that big. You can see it. It's in the palm of my hand right there. $75. Is that crazy or what? But be on the lookout for it, because it's a Bolo, and yeah, you know, you learn something new every day. Like, that's insane. That's an insane sale. But keep your eye out for it for sure. I just found a Hallmark one that I'm gonna list for like $10. It was in a box of random Christmas stuff. So anyway, 75 bucks, pretty good. We'll move on to the Puree Machine. So it's a squeezo strainer. This is vintage, and I am going more to garage sales and estate sales. A very uncomfortable thing. It's me trying to like expand my horizon, expand my knowledge base in the interest of making more money, spending the same amount of time I do on this portion of all of my businesses. So went to a garage sale and I saw it. I did the comps on it. The comps were pretty good, and I priced mine super high. I saw sales in like the $75 to $100 range, some even a little bit less. This guy was in really nice condition. I will maximize the pictures to give you a little bit better of a bird's eye view of what we were working with here. And yeah, I got full price for this on a $5 spend. So the metal squeezo strainer, model 09101. Buyer paid $12.80 in shipping. So $142.79 all in on $5. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than that as a flip, and when we're talking margins and all that stuff. And you know, I got out and, you know, shot the you know what with the people having the sale. They were very, very nice. I actually got an Arrow Garden there for $5 as well that I also sold recently, so that might turn up in a future video, or maybe the week has passed that it's sold in. I don't remember, but we are on to the last one regardless. This is a knitting machine. I don't know anything about it. Emphysol, let me go back. Emphysol Knitmaster, a chunky knitter. Have you seen this? You know, like what this is used for? I mean, it's used for knitting. I get it, but if you're familiar with this, leave me a comment and let me know like what the specialty item is that comes out of a chunky knitting machine. So anyway, this is model 150. It was brand new. I marked it used because I couldn't be 100% sure, but I'm almost 100% sure that this thing was brand new. I mean, it doesn't look like it was ever touched. You know, see this little like strip of paper has never been removed. So there's the knit machine piece, and there's a box of the accessories. Yeah, this thing was $30. All right, so I paid up for it, but it was really unique. And again, another item that I didn't see tons of sales on, but condition-wise, and its rarity, like I was, again, willing to take the chance. So I got $225 and then $39.28 in shipping the buyer paid. So they're $264.27 all in for my $30 spend. And thank goodness for that sale, because this week was a bummer. Now, next week, you'll see an increase. There's been a lot of interesting sales that have transpired after this week has passed. We're recording this on the 19th. So if you are not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, the bell notification icon. If you like the video, if you learned something, leave me a like as well. Again, comments, let me know how y'all doing. I usually always get to the comments at some point. But that's it. That's all I have for you. Another What's Sold on eBay video. Dad Planet, Brendan here. I love y'all. Appreciate it. Peace out. We'll catch you in the next video.